the best of stories, أحسن القصص. The reason being is that because it's the most relatable to us. It's the most relatable to us in our lives, right? Whether it's initially, for example, as we see the family of Yusuf alayhi salam betraying him, right? It's also relatable, yes? Relatable to us. That we know when our families betray us, the people closest to us, right? And so this is also relatable. Then we find people who are envious of us, also relatable, unfortunately. Then we find people who pray for our downfall, and so on and so forth. There's so many things to be learned from this story of Yusuf alayhi salam. And as always, I highly encourage going through the entire story of Yusuf alayhi salam with your kids, inshallah. Last year we had given one of the books for the Quran competition. The Quran competition that we have. Alhamdulillah, last year we had it. Inshallah, this year we're having it as well, inshallah, for the kids. I mentioned it before. If you have not registered, you must register. You have, I think, maybe 3 days, I think. Within this week, you must register. If not, then you will not be allowed to participate. Your kids will not be allowed to participate. So we highly encourage you to enroll your kids. Even if they don't know so much, it's okay, right? It's a form of encouragement for them, inshallah. Anyways, one of the books that we gave as a prize was the stories of the prophets. And so it's a great book by Ibn Kathir rahmatullah alayh, which mentions all of the main prophets that we have, their stories, in some detail as well. So I highly recommend looking into that book as well, and reading it collectively at home. If your child did not win in the Quran competition, you can buy the book yourself, inshallah. Right? But if your child won, mashallah, you can read it together, inshallah, collectively. But it's a very good book, and I highly encourage families to read the book together. Anyways, moving on. One of the important lessons of the story of Yusuf alayhi salam, near the end of the 12th juz, we find that Yusuf alayhi salam, he goes to prison. And even in prison, he is giving da'wah. At all times, Yusuf alayhi salam is giving da'wah. And this is mine and your situation here. In America, this is our stance, that we are constantly da'i or mad'u. Either we are calling others or we are being called to something. Right? And so therefore we must be people who are constantly inviting other people towards haqq. In our actions, in our deeds, in our behavior, in our attire, everything should indicate that this is a Muslim, this is a unique person. There is something special about this person. This is not like other people. As the Sahaba, when they would transact, when they would do business, people would see them and they would say that you are not like other people. In their business dealings, they would see that you are not like other people. So, what do you ascribe to? What makes you do business like this? And so because of their business transactions, people accept Islam. So similarly now, you and I, right? Now let's look at it from our perspective. You and I, we've been working for 10, 20 years. Have we converted one person? Has one person come to me and said, you know what? I really like your behavior. I really like what you do. And I know that you're a Muslim. So I want to learn more about Islam. Ask yourself, has someone come to me? Or is it that I hide my religion? Is it that I feel shy of my religion? I don't like to tell others about Islam. Is that the case? As I said before, right? I said this before as well, that you'll go to some of our houses, and in Ramadan and Eid you will not see any decorations. There's no difference between this house and that house. The Muslim house, the non-Muslim house looks exactly the same. On Christmas and fall, you'll find the pumpkins, and you'll find this, you'll find this and that. Right? Why is it? Why is it we're easy to assimilate? We're easy to accommodate other people's beliefs, but we are not willing to accommodate our own beliefs. We're not willing to preach our own beliefs. And this is our problem. So as much as possible, in whichever business we are in, whichever job we're in, whichever company we are in, I've always said this, we should give da'wah to our co-workers. How? You don't have to tell them, listen, you have to accept Islam, otherwise you will Jannah. Don't do this, right? Don't do that. But rather explain to them that this is, for example, Ramadan. This is our holy month of Ramadan, and I would like to present you with these gifts, for example. We're breaking our fast today, so here's some mantu, for example, mashallah. Or something, whatever it is. Some like, alhamdulillah, we are enjoying, so we want you to also enjoy with us. some biryani, mashallah, something good, mashallah. Right? But anyways, Yusuf alayhi salam would always look for any opportunity to give da'wah. Anyways, moving on. And then, in the beginning of the 13th juz, we find that Yusuf alayhi salam also, he asks for leadership. He asks for leadership. Now, not everyone is fit to be a leader. Right? I'm not only talking about imamat, I'm talking about everything in our day-to-day lives. Every single one of us, we are, as Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. He said, every single one of you are shepherds, leaders, and you'll be asked about your flock. You'll be asked about your congregation. You'll be asked about your subordinates. So then he goes on, he says, a husband is a shepherd, a husband is a leader, a wife is a leader, and then so on and so forth. And he mentions how every single person is a leader in their own right. So, us being leaders, we must make sure that our flock, our people, they are well taken care of. Right? And that we are fit to be leaders. Right? We are fit to be leaders. This is very important. We must hold ourselves accountable. That I should be someone who is worthy of being called imam. I should be someone who is worthy of being looked up to. I should be someone who is worthy of respect. This is very important. Otherwise, if I am not someone who is worthy of respect, why would my kids respect me? Why would the community respect me? If I am not a person who is respectable, then no one will respect me. So I should be someone who leads a life of respect, so that people respect me without me having to demand it. I should not have to say, yeah, you respect me. I should not have to say this. Right? But rather, people should automatically, because